which is obviously very important. When playing against players, it's common what I've learned is to get attacked in a very different playstyle than I would. So I would get attacked by mineral fields and so on and so forth, which is a mess, really. It is a mess. Now I'm focusing on saturating my next nexus now. That is very important. The third nexus is on its way. I'm building here some of these gas facilities too. And now I can focus on building up a few gates. Obviously forge is needed too. Just trying to make sure that units are being built continuously. And there's nexuses and 3 forges. Quickly can be started. And then I'm increasing the probe count. Then it's all about the gateways, and we probably won't need much more than that. Obviously the pylons are out there, who definitely must be built. Look at that. I'm pouring more troops into gas buildings. It looks like I have a lot more money now in my hands with these probes that are being built in a large scale. Just obviously it's important not to get attacked very quickly, because then I would just lose. I'm gonna build some more pylons all over the place here, and ropes need to be built now quickly, and some of these guys must be transferred here too. You go and build me some of these buildings. That will give me an advantage here. And guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stargates. That should give me the boost that I am waiting for. Now, obviously, look at all these pylons. That's a lot of pylons. Here I need to build units too. That's it. It looks like I'm focusing on the depth now, but I'll just have to build some pylons later. It looks like an adept is just a little bit more expensive than I sell it, but I'm sure it's not as tough as a zealot is. However, it doesn't really show. Can use psionic transfer, which is a good thing. I'm putting some of these boosts here. Oh. And that's it. I'm just mostly trying to wait it out until I get myself a proper force, and I'll see if I can deal a lot of damage using these and almost nothing else. This building wouldn't do no harm, and having the gaze that would warp in stuff later in a battle is needed too. However, with 10 gates, it will take some time before we actually build units nearly continuously. I don't know, it's like almost continuously. 3 nexuses, fully saturated, and most of them, or all of them, most of them are mining at its full efficiency. 10 nexus, 10 gateways, and as you can see, 1 unit is being built at a time. So that's not bad. However, I think that a Protoss player needs a lot of violence, really. That is to get to 200 maximum. Okay, we have engaged, and it looks like they have tanks, and those tanks are doing a lot of damage. I'm trying to get most of my units engaged, which it seems that this is exactly what's happening here. And guess what? I think we are doing a great job. We are gonna go and try to increase our push here. We will. And I'm locking these guys here. Here we are gonna engage more of them. Whoa! However, their tanks are just a force that we cannot defeat slowly. So basically, the combination of tanks, marines, marauders, medivacs is just too heavy for our units, and yeah, it doesn't look like we are going to win this. So what I'm transitioning to, I'm going for a maybe not the best option, but because I believe I'm going to lose. However, I would like to transition towards a zealot play here, and see how that one works out. For as long as they don't have many air units, it shouldn't be tragedy. Some of these units were completely stuck, and I'm gonna do this last push when I'll finish the zealots. It looks like an adept, it's probably fine, but still, look at that. We were able to build quite a few of these force fields. Oh no! We're going to retreat. It looks like we won't be able to to deal much damage here because we got stuck, and they have air units. However, we kind of quite tanky race here. Protoss is a very tanky race. And the Terran player, he pretty much played a standard game, which is what Terran is all about, I would say. While as a Protoss, I don't think I'm able to do much without playing Immortals and some air units. Well, this was a sort of a test game, but I'm gonna have quite a few of these in the future too, because it's important to see that, for example, a near supply of 200 adepts wouldn't be a challenge against a proper Terran combination. Proper Terran combination, which is Marines, Marauders, Medivacs, tanks. Right? Terran is a sort of a balanced race that requires a lot of stimming. Now, Berserk will require constant injects, which is a pain, I would think, unless you kind of believe that this is obviously the thing what it's all about. Like if you don't feel that while playing this game every like 20 seconds you are injecting, then it's fine, because I cannot believe that I would find things like that annoying. For example, dropping mules every minute, doing injects every every minute and a half or so, or even less, every 40 seconds. And then when playing as a Protoss, doing storms, trying to get those storms in particular kind of on a particular target, try them to target something particular, if you know what I mean. Like you have these disruptors as a Protoss. I'll try to explain. You have these disruptors, so they pretty much throw a ball of explosive ball, which is quite powerful indeed. However, you need to hit, and there are at the same time very similar storms. A unit that produces a storm, so pretty much a force field of damage. So and you need to hit, and that's the thing. It may look like this is a super thing, but just as injects are dropping mules, you actually have to be precise. If you forget to do the injects, you'll run out of larvae. If you forget to drop mules, you'll run out. Let's put it like this: you'll run out of resources. If you have all these units, such as like disruptors, or the ones that throw the storms out, you'll probably have to be precise, because if you won't, you'll just lose the game. That's what it's all about. So if you won't do the grinding stuff, like mob grinding stuff, then you're gonna lose. And with Protoss, obviously it's a lot more than that. Like with a Zerg, I just need to do the inject right, so I go F2, the queen and inject. There are other combinations such as getting the queens together, and then kind of going manually one by one, but quicker. I just kind of, for now, go to the hive, select the queen, and do the inject. But you have to do this. You have to do this super often. It's like a job. It is. And yeah. And now I'm going for a roach. Look at that. Look at all these overlords. They're just sitting there. It looks like I have enough larvae just for now. I just need to have enough. Enough gas. So that I could start some more units. Oh no, I accidentally made it explode. Returned it to the nature. And now the first roaches. And look at that, we're out of larvae, but we still have a lot of money. However, we are out of larvae and out of injects. We just needed to wait a little bit to get the injects. After that, we are going for some of these overlords, because without these, we are soon to be left out. And then we wait. Now we wait to get more larvae. The queens need to reach the limit. The hive itself only produces after 3 larvae. So everybody must work it all out. Now, three hives, in theory, as far as I know, should be like just enough to pretty much build whatever you want to build if you are not being overly harassed. It's a 7-minute mark. Normally at this time anything can happen. I'm still waiting for some queen energy. I'm only, as you can see, building these units, roaches, and enables roaches to move, increases roach speed. I was mostly building roaches because I want to have this roach attack mostly, and maybe at the end, because they're cheap and I kind of have enough money to build them. Anything else is a little bit expensive. I haven't really tested anything concerning their value, but a Hydralisk 100 minerals, 50 gas, I believe that it's quite a bit, quite a lot, because normally I haven't really noticed them as being a sort of a unit that outclasses anything. Look at that, we have engaged, and it looks to me that they are going to retreat until they get some stuff out. We need to get as many troops in a position where they can shoot as quickly as possible, like right now, because these kind of guys at the back, they just are there, right, and they don't really do much damage. I don't know how, but the Tempest, they were destroyed, and now I'm gonna go for a full-out Hydralisk approach and a few injects that I'm going to stack, and that should be it. We should be able to do incredibly a lot of damage now with our current approach. Obviously, a hive needs to be built. Without it, we won't have enough. This nexus must be destroyed, and obviously it's very important to get rid of the probes, because without the probes they can't mine. If they won't be able to mine, they won't be able to defeat us. And that's it. All these hydralisks are finished. The hive is still out there. I'm gonna go with my troops in. They don't have enough. And I've spread my troops, so now we are capable of dealing with this damage that is all over the place, and it looks like they're out of troops. We are all over the place, and they shouldn't be able to do anything but obviously surrender. That's it.